For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance.
Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there.
I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man.
Person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
This man refused to answer to his own name in court. He called himself the flesh and breathing man and demanded to know what jurisdiction the court was even operating under. The judge stayed calm through the entire routine and gave him every chance to make sense. What happens weeks later completely changes the outcome of his case. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Mr. Casanova, you want to come forward? Yes. Hello, how's it going?
Could be better.
All right, so my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right, you're more than welcome to represent yourself, but here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules, so let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. But you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova.
All right, so you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right, well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me.
Mhm.
Clarifications I do want to.
All right, so
announce.
just 1 second, but before we get to that, have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right, so we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right, have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing, and I want you to hear me clearly. I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Oh, what it means is, for example, off the record, I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness, you need surgery, and you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this. How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. That motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment. Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
Just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. you're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call manage to sign counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
All right, Norma, get someone from manage to sign counsel here, please. Just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down.
Asking a court to explain admiralty jurisdiction while insisting that you don't need an attorney is like refusing a map and then complaining you're lost. The moment he says he isn't seeking legal advice but wants to know legal intent is the same request phrased differently. And it falls apart the second you think about it for more than a few seconds. What's actually happening here isn't a defense strategy, it's a script recycled from the internet that sounds sharp until someone with real legal knowledge responds to it in real time. The judge didn't even need to raise her voice to dismantle it, she just kept redirecting him back to the actual system that exists to help him. Watching someone treat basic court procedure like a conspiracy is almost more frustrating than watching someone break the law outright, because at least that's honest. Do you think Casanova actually believes any of this, or is he just testing how far the act gets him before someone shuts it down?
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no. Let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from manage to sign counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right, so let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
the
We're
accused
just
in
one
the
stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right, we're on the record. So what did you want the record to
The
reflect?
record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this action.
All right, and
Furthermore,
let me
let the
stop
record
you.
also show.
Mr. Casanova, let me ask you a question. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, so let the record reflect that Mr. Casanova has been given the copy of the indictment. And the copy of the indictment, it tells him what he is charged with. You may continue.
Civil, is this a civil charge or a criminal charge?
All right, that is something that if you had an attorney to represent you, they would be able to tell you. What the court can tell you is that you are in a felony court and this is a criminal court.
Okay. So, this being a criminal, let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal action. My following question would be, the Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction: criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under the admiralty or military tribunal. In which of these two jurisdictions does this court intend to try me?
All right, so this is what is going to happen, Mr. Casanova. For manage to sign counsel is going to come over and you can speak with them or not speak with them. But the questions that you are asking the court are not, some of them are not in any shape, form, or fashion related to the fact that you're in a criminal district court. Do you understand?
No,
I do not understand.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be violating your oath of office if you did your duty under the Constitution. I am not seeking legal advice. What I want to know is legal intent. I have the right to appear as myself in my own person without a licensed attorney. In order to intelligently defend myself, I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under. So therefore, will you please answer the question so that way this court is properly identified?
You're in the 187 District Court. It's a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor.
Grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under
All right, I'm going
admiralty or military
to counsel.
tribunal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there. What is going to end up happening? I want you to hear me clearly. An attorney is coming over for manage to sign counsel, period. That's it. So have a seat, sign counsel will come over. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right.
I do understand.
All right, so take a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go back on the record in 2024 CR 2974. State versus Hector Casanova. Mr. Casanova, if you'll come forward. Yes. All right, so Mr. Casanova, Mr. Bonk is going to be your standby counsel. And that's someone that if you have questions, you can ask him legal questions or what you may have.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right.
Uh,
And he informed me you wanted to place something on the record?
yes, for the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion.
All right, who threatened or coerced you to come to court?
Texas.
How
State.
so?
Well, if I don't come here, then warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that. Under special appearance to clarify any misunderstandings and to let it be known where I stand on the record.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I said everything that needed to be said.
Calling a routine court appearance kidnapping if he doesn't show up isn't a legal argument. It's a warning sign that he already sees the entire system as illegitimate. That mindset doesn't stay contained to paperwork. It eventually shows up as someone deciding the rules simply don't apply to them anymore. Standby counsel was sitting right there the entire time, and Casanova still chose theater over actually using the resource in front of him. The judge handled this about as patiently as anyone could, and patience like this only works if the person on the other side eventually meets it halfway. This is the part of the case where you can feel the wheels starting to come off, even if nothing dramatic has happened yet. Do you think this attitude was ever going to end in him showing up for his next court date, or was this always headed somewhere worse?
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall your case in 1 month. It's going to be a discovery setting. So that's to make sure that you have all the information that the state has concerning your case. Do you understand?
I do understand.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for Mr. Casanova. And after you receive all the discovery, then the next setting is going to be a plea deadline date. The state will tender an offer to you at the next setting. And then I'll give you your plea deadline date, and you can accept the state's offer or come to an agreement or not. If you're unable to come to an agreement at that time, it'll be scheduled for jury trial.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I have no further questions.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson is going to give me a date, and then you'll sign it. Mr. Bonk will sign it to signify when you're to come back. All right.
I appreciate your time.
All right, you're welcome, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right, so we'll be back on July 29th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Yes.
If something were to come up and I need to maybe reschedule that date, is that a possible thing to
You'll
come
need-
up ahead of time?
You'll need to speak to the court coordinator, and they will let you know. I will tell you the rescheduling of cases. Are you in the hospital? You're not in the hospital, you need to be here.
Okay,
You understand?
so pretty much no excuse, be here.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
for the defense?
Charles Bunk for Mr. Casanova.
And Mr. Bont, it's the court's understanding that you were appointed as standby counsel?
That is correct, Judge.
All right. This hearing was scheduled today on June 24, 2024 for 9 a.m. It is now 11 a.m. The defendant has not appeared. Mr. Bonk, have you had any contact with him today?
No, Judge.
All right, state.
State's request, I don't know if it's a PR bond or is it,
Uh,
well, we're either requesting a judge's warrant or a bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
All right. The court had the deputy make an announcement, and Mr. Casanova is not outside the courtroom either. The court will grant a bond forfeiture and remand the defendant without bond. Counsel, if he makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. We can go off the record. I don't know if you want to call Mitchell Bell's bond. Maybe they have contact
I
with him.
will reach out.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
A bond forfeiture and a remand without bond is what happens when special appearance language turns into just not showing up at all. Casanova spent an entire hearing insisting that he didn't need an attorney and then skipped the one date that actually mattered. Sovereign citizen theatrics might feel like control in the moment, but they always collapse the second consequences show up instead of paperwork. Does he actually resurface after this, or is that the last anyone hears from him for a while? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.